Hey, welcome back to our channel. I hope you're all doing fine, and also welcome to the newcomers if you watch our video for the first time. Today we want to cover another episode of Jiyuwaza with weapons. So we've done already the bokken, we've done the jaw. Today it's time for the tanto. So we'll be explaining a little bit and showing some demonstration of Jiyuwaza with an attacker holding a tanto. So stay with us for a few more minutes.
Okay, so let's take a look at a few steps to build up to kind of a spontaneous way of dealing with knife attacks or tanto attacks in Aikido. Okay, so let's try a few exercises with a partner. So my partner is going to have the tanto, and first of all, let's begin with kind of a really basic attack, ski. And I'm going to actually just let him finish his ski, and I'm going to, from here, I just want to play for a moment with the different spaces where I can actually move to, okay? Just taking note of where I am in relationship to my partner, okay? It doesn't take much here. You don't need to do this very long, but just notice the different options of being able to move in the different spaces that you can move in, okay? Whether that's backward or forward. If I keep going back, the only difficulty is if I keep avoiding the attack, he can still keep coming. Okay, so I like to move in for contact, and this will actually help us later on in some of the later exercises. Now we'll do this in movement. So as he starts to ski, I'm going to just allow myself to move in any kind of way that seems appropriate and seems functional in relationship to my partner. Okay, so there's space here, and I'm still in a relationship with my partner. There's space here, I'm still in a relationship to my partner. Right? There's space here, and I'm still in a relationship to my partner. Pretty good place here. Okay, so you want to just do that till you start to feel comfortable with it. You may notice when you're not really in a good place and not in a relationship with your partner. So if I move, and here, I realize, okay, maybe that doesn't work so well. So I just keep exploring and finding out what works well. The next step that we can go to then is slowly allowing my partner just to work with some basic attacks. But I won't know which ones they are. So whether it's Yoka Manuchi, Sho Manuchi, Ski, some of our basic attacks that we're used to in Aikido. And as he does it, then I'll do the same type of exercise where I'm going to move to an appropriate place that's in relationship to my partner. Okay? So as he moves, then I want to find a place where I feel in relationship with him, but also I'm in a good spot. Right? It may look like a technique, but it may not. So the basic idea here is to not go back to something that you remember from a technique, but just to allow your whole body just to kind of explore what's actually possible. Okay, so I just kind of move as spontaneously as I can. Okay, so after you get comfortable with that, then you can add a little bit more to it, which means you can start to get outside of the box with the attacks. What I mean by that is now my partner can do any attack he wants, and then I need to be able to feel it and relate to it. Okay? So as he does an attack, I want to be able to relate to that attack and move with it. Okay? And again, you may notice what works well, what works not so well. Again, the idea is to explore and just kind of see what your system does in the beginning. Okay? And you practice it a few times, feeling different attacks that may come up. And the idea is then to really change it up so that you have no idea what's coming. Okay? As we progress from here, then one of the last exercises that we can take a look at is as my partner attacks with any attack that he wants, I want to actually move in such a way that I can connect with my partner. Okay? And what that means is I want to be able to be close enough that I can stay with him and possibly even apply a technique or just to be able to stay with whatever comes next. Okay? So if he attacks, I want to stay with him and I want to be close enough now here where I have contact. So if he moves again, I stay with him. And I might eventually end up into a technique. Okay? A lot of people might be very concerned about doing something with the tanto in the very beginning, which is understandable. Usually what I like to focus on is the attacker and just keeping the tanto in my perception. So without needing to do something right away with the tanto, I just keep it in my perception, okay, so that I can include it in the attack. But the attack is coming from my partner. So once again, if he does an attack, I want to keep the tanto in my perception, but I'm relating to my partner. Okay? And in the end, then you can explore how to take the knife away in a spontaneous way as well. Okay? It might actually just come up quite naturally. So we'll show you a little bit more in a fluid way what the practice might look like when we're just going kind of in a state of Jiyuwaza, or just sort of a spontaneous state where my partner can continuously attack. Now I would suggest working slowly and then building up the speed so that you get used to moving in a spontaneous way and you don't go back to always trying to figure out a technique to do. For me, that's just way too slow if you're always trying to figure out a technique to do. So you want to be comfortable with allowing your system to come up with a spontaneous response that's appropriate. Okay, so start slow, and then you can add energy, add a little bit of speed as you get more comfortable with it. So thank you for watching. If you have any comments or some other ideas that you could add on to this, please leave us comments below. Thanks for watching.